Starts with the politicking of Nigerian football, where the 77th Annual General Assembly is ongoing in Lagos. It is precisely 1 month to the exit of the current board of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, led by Melvin Amaju Pinnick. The General Assembly of the NFF consists of all the chairmen of the state FAs and the federal capital and their secretaries. The Players Union, Coaches Associations, Referee Association, Nigeria Professional Football League, the Nigeria National League, the Nigeria Nationwide League, and the Nigeria Women's Football League. The men and the women club owners among the contentious issues in the eligible voting congress. There are two divides as we speak. One holds that a new electoral guideline allows an expanded voting congress, while the other insists that the current guideline should be maintained. Well, joining us from the venue of the 77th NFF Annual General Assembly is TVC Sports correspondent Solomon Ajiziogo. Well, Solomon, in the last 24 hours when I visited the venue, there were concerns that the roadmap to the NFF elective congress may not be on the agenda of the Annual General Assembly. Can you give us an update of what has happened so far in Lagos?
Well, if that is what you get, let me just tell you the latest update here today. If there was anything, any iota of doubt about a transition to a new executive committee of the NFF, the speech of the president, of the outgoing president, Amaju Pinnick, put a nail to that. He has given up on contesting for a third term. He has spoken out about that, and he has given his blessings for a new elections to hold. All the state FA chairmen, the secretaries are here, all the members of the General Assembly, but there's been a mild drama. The Players Union is not represented at the General Assembly. Of course, you know that you have the PFAN led by Tijani Babangida, and then you have another Players Union led by Chikelu Iluanusi. And so because of that, none of the unions have been allowed to come to the General Assembly. But as you pointed out, the contentious issue here is what should be the modalities for the elections come exactly 1 month from now, knowing that the exit of this board is just on the 20th of September. And that is the real issue. There is the school that holds that the statute should remain as it is. There should be the status quo, that the election should go on with the statutes, and that you do not change the guidelines and the statutes on the eve of the election. But there's been the Players Union who have been relentlessly pushing for certain level of reforms in terms of the elections. And they are insisting that the Congress, the voting Congress, should be expanded in order, because there's the issue of a single block of 37 FA chairmen deciding the outcome of the NFF elections. And the Players Union are saying that shouldn't be the case. And that is what we are looking at here today. The deliberations are already ongoing. In case there is a crisis, we might be in for what you call a normalization committee. We do not know where that will come into, but the Congress will have to decide if a deadlock arises in the deliberations here today.
Well, Solomon, reports also reaching us unconfirmed at this point in time is that the NFF election may eventually hold in Edo State. Is this official? Have you heard any of such?
Well, as we stand here, the deliberations are still going on in the closed doors inside the hall here. The Congress will have to decide that whether the decision of the Congress, whether the decision of the General Assembly will be taken as a result of external influences will remain to be seen. But the General Assembly will do that. But I have here with me the former chairman of the Nigeria Football League, former chairman of the Bayelsa Football Association, a club chairman himself, a club owner, Romsin Baribote. who is a critical stakeholder in football, who is also here for the General Assembly. Barrister Romson Baribote, nice to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
What is the critical issue of this General Assembly?
Well, thank you for this very important question. To my mind, whatever they have done here is a nullity. First, if you go by Article 10.1, it is very clear there are 5 statutory members, and you cannot leave one out of the Congress. Once one is not there, meaning that the Congress was not properly composed. And 2, since 1945, we have a players' union that have been representing the players on any fora. Like, let me just take you back. When FIFA released the COVID-19 funds, it is the PFAN that was giving that amount, meaning that that is the recognized body. And some persons who I don't want to talk about them because the players' union, the PFAN have expelled them. If you are in a particular organization and you want to go against it, the best bet is for you to resign and leave the organization. If you are still a dues-paying member and a card-carrying member, you cannot be inside that organization and form that will amount to anti-unionism. Yes. So no. So what I'm saying, since they are now relying on that, not allow the players' union, whatever they have done here is a nullity. And of course, I am from the South-South zone, and a member representing the South-South zone on the board, we lost him and have not been replaced. So whatever decision they arrive at, we will not be favorably represented.
All right. Thank you very much. We haven't got a lot of time to talk about the issues. That was Romson Baribote here. So this is the situation here at the General Assembly. They will set the tone for the elections coming up on the 20th of September next month. Where it holds, we will hear after this General Assembly.
Many thanks, Solomon Ajiziogo from Victoria Island in Lagos, the venue of the 77th Annual General Assembly of the Nigeria Football Federation.